Was good, y'all. The situation with Anora is getting worse and worse. Yesterday we tested which buffs don't work on her because of her sanctity talent. She can't get buffed or debuffed with most buffs. At least at the moment, no buff is working on her. But Laurel, for whatever reason, if you pull out Laurel, she regenerates rage. So I falsely assumed if that rage works and her rage numbers didn't really look all that off, then obviously Hollow and Elowin gotta work too, right? Obviously they gotta work too, Destin. Isn't that true? She's getting rage regen, right?
No, she doesn't, and it's so bad because that's like 90% of the game is just can you rage regen your heroes? Like, gear rate 5, gear rate 4, gear rate 1. That's all essentially just stacking rage regen over and over in order to beat it. And it's like it's debatably even more important than Dolores buff, and she doesn't get it.
Yep, she is cooked. She is officially cooked, and just to prove how cooked she is, I'll give you Anora with the 900 rage regen cost ultimate, right? So she needs 900 rage to trigger the ult, and she gains 14 rage per second through rage regen auto. Her competitor is going to be Silas. Silas has a 900 rage ult and gains 13 rage auto. So technically speaking, Anora should be ready slightly earlier than your Silas. But as you can already guess, I mean, you see the results, right? So basically expect a bunch of results while me and Destin are ranting about it. So we bring in Anora, we face her away, obviously, so that the attack speed doesn't make any difference there. Then we bring in Hollow, and then we obviously bring in Laurel to obviously, number one, prove that Laurel still works on Anora, which she does, and then have their ults run out. So what's going to happen is, because of the ult time activation animation, whatever, a pretty long word, Silas' ult is going to run out a bit quicker, and Anora's is going to take a bit longer. So right here we have a scenario of Silas at 2% and Anora at 1%, or basically a 2% difference. So now that we activate Hollow, Destin, obviously they'll both end up at the 2% difference, right? Because that's just the way this game works. Everyone's getting rage. I can. What? No. You want to tell me they now have a 30% rage difference? Nah, that's fake.
That's per hollow ult, by the way. So you're gonna get so many hollow ults out in a period of a fight. So you're gonna miss out on like 3 ults throughout. Like,
not just that. Imagine Guild Boss the amounts of ults, and also the fact that every Hollow ult is stronger than the last one because of her increased rage regen efficiency, right?
Yeah.
So it's not getting any better. And for those that think, oh, she might not be extremely hyper cooked, Laurel's ultimate also doesn't work. The 4% rage restore, and
it doesn't work.
If we again trigger them at the same time and then introduce Elowin, you're going to see a very interesting spectacle. And that is going to be, obviously, while ultimates are running, you can overcharge rage, which is a really, really important part in this game. The fact that you can, for example, pull a Laurel as soon as the ultimates turn orange is really, really important. That you can basically cycle ults. And as you can already notice, Silas already has a lead. Barely after the ultimates changed, he already had a 20% lead. And right here, we'll have a look at the full finish. How long does it take them? How big is the difference? And yeah, the answer looks to be, the answer is 50%. Silas is going to be able to ult twice as much as your Anora. Isn't that beautiful?
And this isn't even including when they're attacking the boss. If they were attacking the boss, Silas would get it even faster because Anora does such a small amount of attacks because her attack interval is really high. Although you can lower it, it's still going to be one of the highest attack intervals in the game.
Yeah.
And so she's going to be attacking barely at all. So then she's going to barely get any range.
For those holding out any hope, obviously, Leia doesn't work. Leia doesn't work, okay? There's no need to comment Leia will work. And the attack interval Destin actually talked about is obviously, if you go to gear right here, she has an attack interval of 3.5. She's basically Setrim's sister. 3.5 seconds is absolutely ridiculous. It is basically a Zealous, but Zealous obviously can't restore. It's too much. 3.5. And if we take a look at Zealous, Zealous obviously has that casual marksman 2-second interval. So...
which already is lower than you have it when you have Anora with speed.
So now that we know Rage Regen doesn't work, besides pulling Laurel, that makes Anora worse, and
it makes Dahlia so much better. Like I predicted in my video, Anora's worse, in my opinion. I think Dahlia might just be better than Anora.
So yeah, expect me to still somehow test out both Dahlia and Anora in every comparable stage. So Gear 1, Gear 8, 2, Gear Dungeon 1, Gear Dungeon 2, Guild Boss. I still give you an opinion about them. But honestly, with those results, don't expect too much from your girl Anora besides getting by a dragon. Peace!